guys? Welcome back. So yeah, guys, I'm quite excited a bit. As you saw in my description, basically what I'm going to do today now, or what I'm going to do now before it gets dark. As you can see, the sun is quite low already. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my alternator back, do the wiring, and then yeah, see if it charges, see if it works. I did try to fix that oil bolt. I'll check now if it's still leaking. So I already fitted new oil. I also want to buy a new cap because this one is broken, but I want to get me one of those Nismo ones. But then anyway, my biggest problem now is I put this, I think you call it a sway arm or something like that. No, it's not, I don't know, but something like that. Now it's against this bolt for the alternator, so I won't get the alternator out. So I'll first need to remove the bolts. It's 2 bolts this side and 2 bolts that side, and then once I'm done with that, I can actually remove that bolt and then fit my alternator. And then as well, on my alternator itself, it's got the wiring, but I want to put those lugs on so that I can just basically attach them, so should the future come where I have to remove my my alternator again, I don't actually have to cut the whole wire. I can just remove that pluggy and then it's done. So I'm quickly going to remove those 4 bolts, and then after I'm done with that, I'm going to start with my alternator. Okay, so now that I'm done, as you can see now I can actually access the bolt. So I'll put that back now, and once I'm done. So now what I'm gonna do, this side, we just get one of the tools here. This will be fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, as you can see on this wiring right here, I'm going to fit one of these here on this side, on the small one, and then the other one is going to be basically this one. I'm going to put on this side. The reason for that is now you can actually just put these two together, so that one basically just clips in there, and then you can remove it again. So I'm just going to put those clips on top of this one. So now this is basically the remote wire that's going to go to the light for the alternator, and then this one is going to be the one you're going to give the ignition from, that's going to your Nissan switch. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some tape around it from the back, just so that it supports it a bit, and then as well if there's any loose wires, you know, just to make it nice and neat. As you can see, now it's all done. Now I can just go and take it and go and put it back. that we've got that done, now I just need to install this top bracket there with the bolts, and then as well install the belt, and then we can just do the wiring, and then we are done. Okay, so the first thing you'll want to do is remove your wires, the power wires. You don't want any wires touching while there's power. And then we're gonna go back this side. Then now, as we said, I don't know if you can see there, here's the two wires for the alternator. So the charging wire is going to be at the back. Here's the charging wire. So now I can basically just put it into this alternator, this light. As you can see there, I'm just going to use both hands quickly so I can put it in there. Okay, now that that's done, now we need the ignition wire. Here I've got the ignition wire. So the ignition wire now, I can put it on the other one. There we go. I don't know if you can see, if you want to see, if you can see. There we go. So now I'm basically going to take this one and plug it in there. There you go. There we go. Now it's all plugged in. So all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to get some tape, just close this point so it doesn't touch the body or anything. And then the only thing that's left is I have to install this permanent power wire from the battery that I have to install at the back of the alternator as well. And then once I'm done with that, then we can test to see if it's working or not. Okay, so now that I've got all of that done, the wires is fastened and everything is fine, it's covered. I'll just put it back nice and neatly as soon as it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll just take it back. But now what we're going to do now is put this wire back. That's the negative. So now we can actually go and start the car to see if it's working. So what I'm going to do now is get in first. This car is super low and I'm super tall. Okay, so now if we put the ignition on, now it shows 13.3 volts. So let's see now if we actually start the car. That's the fuel pumps running. Why does it seem like it's not charging? Because it's on 12.5 volts. So it seems like it's not charging. My wires are correct. Don't think any of these came loose on anyhow or anyway. But it does seem like it's not charging. Now I wonder what that could be. Because it's got an ignition wire, that's for sure. Now I wonder if I'm going to swap those two, if it's still going to charge or not. Maybe I should check that. Alright guys, so I'm finally back after a few days. Yeah, we had some problems with the alternator that it's not charging, but luckily for me, I did found one of my problems whereby some of the wiring wasn't correct. I turned them around. But I also noticed that the car's idling is so low that when it's idling, it charges around 12.1, 12.2 volts. But if you rev it with the engine, as it picks up speed and things like that, then the voltage of the car is going up, it's climbing. So yeah, thank goodness that's done. Then yeah, what I'm going to do now, I have to fix my brakes where the master cylinder didn't work. So I've changed the seals on both of the master cylinders. As you can see, I did put it back. So the only thing that I've got left to do now is I've got this brake lines this is the old ones. Then I got this new one from Let's Trade. You should really go and visit them. They do a lot of things. They have helped me with my fuel system, whereby I needed some fittings. For example, when you check here, this AN male fittings, that fitting, as well with my fuel system. As well with my fuel system, they've also assisted me with some fittings, like for example the fittings this side, also here the AN fittings, male to male fittings. But yeah, guys, make sure you go and check them out. Let's Trade, I'll send a location in the description as well, so that you can go and see where it is. Basically what they do, they are professionals in anything to do with like braking systems, pipe bendings, fittings, but mostly in hydraulic. But they do sell a lot of things. There's a lot of fittings and fiddles and things that you can't find easily around. Even when you go to Mr. Turbo, Turbo Direct, Turbo Norse, all of those people sometimes struggle to find the sizes, but they've got all the sizes from the thinnest to the biggest to the most inconvenient to the anything, almost any fitting that you can find, they will have it. So go make sure that you go and check them out. They're really awesome. They have awesome customer service as well. You'll go in, tell them what you want, go out, you'll be done, and they are super cheap as well. And then as well, like I mentioned, the brake lines have also assisted me with those brake lines, as well with the brake lines from the front to the back. They've also done for me. Get underneath here so I can show you. As you can see, there's the one brake line that goes to that brake, as well with that one also going that side. But what I would still like to do is with time, I want to redo all of it, all of the whole braking system, where I want to put stainless steel braided hose from the brake maybe up until here somewhere. There's supposed to be like a bracket, and then yeah, stainless steel from that wheel to there, and then as well from that wheel to this side, and then as well the front ones I would like to do stainless steel, and then from the back all the way to the front, just redo it again, make it nice and neat, so that it looks quite decent. But on this stage, this is what it looks like. It does the job. So yeah, now I just have to put that front one on, and then as well just bleed it and see if it's working. Like I said, guys, even this fittings, I don't know if you can see there, that all fitting that they made especially for me, they're really awesome, guys. Please go make sure that you go and check them out. They're awesome. But anyway, so I'm going to continue with this video. So I'm going to start now by installing that braking pipe for the front brakes. and then I'll start bleeding it and see how far I can get, what we're going to do from there. As you can see, I'm all done with this now. It goes up. Just excuse the wiring, I'll still sort that up. But anyway, like I told you guys, there's the one that goes to the back all the way. So that's the one that I've redone completely. What's nice about these is that you can bend them quite easily. You can bend them even with your hand. You don't need it like a tool. You can probably use a tool, but it's super simple, super easy to use these ones, as they are easy to work with. And then, like I mentioned, this rubber hoses, I would like to replace them with stainless steel ones, and then as well redo all of the old braking pipes, braking lines, as well, as it's quite old, and you know, just a bit of touch up and things like that, same as that side. But yeah, that will come with time. So now the only thing that's left to do is to break this the system, to bleed the system. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait for one of my friends on his way. I was like, you cannot do this on your own, because someone has to pump the brakes, and then you have to loosen up the bleeding nipple so that you can get all of the air out. So I'm gonna wait for him, but until then I'm going to clean up here a bit. Some of these things I've got a window at the back that I'm gonna put some of these things in. The reason I'm gonna move this up, the Nissan I'm gonna put this side, and then the caravan is becoming hail season soon, and rain and all of those things. So what I want to do, I want to put the caravan back this side, and then my Nissan this side, and then so that the camper can go underneath the shed again, so that when the hail comes and things, everything is protected. As you can see now, currently when it's going to start raining or the hail's going to come, it's going to damage the van. So yeah, hello, how are you? Fine, thank you. So yeah guys, until I'm gonna wait for my friend, and then we're gonna carry on here. But for now, I am going to clean up this. Let me show you what I would like to do. I've got this table. I want to measure it first, and then all of these things. I've got quite like a smart idea what I would like to do. I'll show you now. But first thing, I want to take that table, measure that table, then come all the way around this side. Here's the shed that I want to put it in. I want to build it like a outside shed with like a working station type of thing. I'll remove all of this stuff inside, but anyway, I would like to fit the table from this side to that side, and then build some nice shelves and put maybe some ceiling around the corners and even here on top, just to keep most of the dust out, and also put some nice LEDs and things in here. But yeah, I do believe this can become a very, very nice workstation. but for now let me get that measuring tape, and I want to measure if my table is going to fit in here. Then I'll start by putting in the table in here first. Okay, so now that I've got the measurements, seems like it's it's actually 1.8 or something. I don't know if you can there we go. Just want to focus. So let's say, just to be safe, let's say it's 1.8. We'll add another 2 centimeters. I know it's a lot, but let's just say it's okay. We can even make it 1.79. So let's go and test fit and see if it's going to fit. Okay, so now that we're back in here, oh goodness, let's measure this. I don't think it's 1.8. I don't know if it's gonna fit, to be honest with you, but let's see. Let's put that one. Let me just put this down like this. Okay, so it seems like, I know it's got a bit of slack, seems like it's 2.3, so it should fit just right. I'm actually quite excited now. Yeah, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start removing. Basically, when you come in, I don't know how big is this door, I'll basically have to remove everything that's in here, just to get the table in, and then I can put it back inside, find some space, and yeah. Okay, so now that I've got most of the things out of the way, that cupboard is extremely heavy. Or you know what, maybe if I, because there's a lot of space, maybe if I can put that cupboard this side. Now that's done, I can start with that table. What I want to do, that table that's there on the top, well, not on the top, but the table that's this side, I can just start cleaning it up, put the tools away, so just that it's clean, and then from there I will start with if it's not here yet, then I'll start getting these boxes that side so long, and then after that I'll take the table. Like I said, I would like to get all of this done. Some of this things doesn't matter, like the briar and the what you call it, the dog box, and then as well all of this also will go back there. So yeah, I would like to get this done before the end of the day, and as well, like I said, I want to finish my brakes as well, so I know that the brakes work, because at this stadium there's no brakes. Only thing that I'm using now is a brick for brakes. So yeah, and then I have to move the car from that side all the way to this side. Okay, so it's a bit cleaner now, although I've just dumped most of it here. So now that it's not even here yet, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start carrying, excuse me, all of the big things. So long, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to waste time. I want to get this done as soon as possible. So I'm gonna start carrying all of these things to the Wendy salon. I'll just put it there at the back in that corner right there. And then I'll just wait until he comes. If everything is there, there's no way that I'll be able to carry this thing on my own. It's quite heavy. So as you can hear, I'm already catching deep breaths just because of all of these things. Also, those are quite heavy. What are in there is like some of my fuel lines, AN fittings. There's some material, there's painting things in there. There's a lot of wiring in there. And yeah, that's the welder. That's some of the interior parts and the trimmings and some of those things. I would like to redo them. Just paint them nice black again so I can put it back. And then here's the fenders. And I've got a load of alternators just for in case that one breaks. At least I've got some ones I can use to rebuild the one that's in the car. So yeah, I'm gonna start with getting all of those heavy things, the boxes and those boxes along to that side. Alright guys, as you can see, it's quite late now and it's dark, but at least I've achieved a few things. It's a few days after, but yeah, I had some few struggles and issues. My friend didn't come out, so I had to manage. So the car is finally in. The car is in, the caravan as well is in, and then as you can see, there's the camper. So yeah guys, now with the brakes, unfortunately the front brakes, I could have bled them, so the front brakes are working, but it seems like I'm struggling to get the brake fluid to the back. So what I would want to do now, or not now, probably the next video or sometime, I want to check to remove the let me see if I can put the flash on here. Okay, doesn't seem like it wants to go on. But anyway, the pipe that goes all the way to the back, I want to see if I can remove it. Maybe put a compressor through it and see if the line is blocked to the back. If that's not the case, if it's blowing, then I believe it might be the master cylinder. But what I also think, there's a screw on this side. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a screw right here, there, right here. So I want to see what happens if I remove that screw and then try to bleed it, just to see what happens. Because even when you pump it and you bleed it, there's nothing coming out of this bleeding nipple. So yeah, the front brakes are working, the back ones are not working currently. So what I want to do, the next two steps that I would like to take is because the car now is fine and it's working, it's running, I want to take it to the dyno again and see what happens, because the previous time it was leaning out due to the fuel pressure regulator that I had installed, or that was on, was the factory one. So because of the fuel pumps that I've installed, the pressure is too high for the fuel pressure regulator to regulate the fuel in the fuel line, because it's the factory one, you can't adjust it. So I did install the adjustable one. I still have to find a suitable location just to put it. I did put some holes here at the back, but it seems like it's going to be at the back of the engine. I'm just kind of afraid if the engine twists, it's going to push against the fuel pressure regulator, and then it might break it, and then the oil might, the fuel might spill all over the engine. So I need to find a suitable location for that as well, but I'm not sure if I can dyno it like that, just to see what happens. And then yeah, or yeah, what I want to do then as well is figure out what's going on, but I'll do that on the next video. So as you can see, it's quite dark and all, and it's been a few days later. And then yeah, then let me show you. As you guys remember, I did do the Wendy as well. I'll show you now what it looks like since I've moved everything to that side. Okay, as you guys can see now, here's the Wendy. It is cleaned up a bit. I do have the tires there for now. I'll still find a suitable place for it, but anyway, so now if you open up here, it's quite dark still, but at least I've got some few things that sorted out. Here's a table. I don't know why the camera zoom in so close now, so far anyway, but yeah, I also want to install some few lights in here. As you can see, there's nothing, but I have to add power to this Wendy as well, but at least I'm getting there. So I've got the working table here, then like a toolbox type of thing where I put a lot of my spares, and then my toolbox, but I'll still arrange it properly. This is just for now, and I haven't really gotten time to spend. Really, I didn't really get the time to spend in here that much yet, but I'll still get there. So yeah, at least that's done. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. At least I've done a few things. I've achieved a lot, although it's been a few days, but really, like I said, I didn't really get the time yet to spend a lot of time on the car itself. So just a quick update. Basically what's left is the outside of the car I still have to do, but what I'm still thinking about getting the, as you can see, the rear side has got nice rims on it, but now the problem is the front ones doesn't fit because it presses against the shock. If you see there, it presses against here, so that rims doesn't fit. But anyway, so I've got one of two suggestions, or is to get wheels, rims that's offset is like 0 or maybe in the negative, so it's far more out. It's gonna look better as well, and then I can put like a body kit that's gonna fit at the back and at the front, that's gonna make a bit more fat. I would like to do that, or I must just get 50 millimeter spacers, the ones that bolt on, and then I can fit the tire on the back. I can fit it back on, and then it should fit as well. But yeah, so it's a choice. I must buy new rims with new tires, or I must just buy spacers. But I would actually like to do the new rim system, where I get new rims with the 0 offset, but we'll see. It all depends on how things are gonna go, but for now, like I said, my biggest focus point is getting the car on the dyno, and as well, that's equally as important as getting the rear brakes working. So yeah, I can probably take it on the dyno for only the front wheels that's working, because at least brakes are working, so I can take it on the dyno, and it's not like it will go without brakes. And then yeah, like I said, the biggest thing is now to get the brake sorted for the back, because I really need it, as I'm gonna use a car for drifting, and I've got most that hydraulic e-brake that I've installed. Yeah, here we go, this hydraulic e-brake. So I really need to get the brakes working for the back. But yeah, so if you've watched the full video, guys, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. If you've liked the video, please like it. If there's anything that you think that I can improve, please comment what you would like me to do, just to change it, just to make the content a bit more appealing. But yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe. I will be posting more videos. I'll try to make them more often and not as far apart as they are. Maybe whatever I've achieved for the day, put on a video, at least I don't know it's done, instead of making a video that contains like out of a week or 2 weeks. that's quite far apart. So yeah guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.
I can